Another question that we have is, and this is, I think, an important question. How did you find your mentor? How do I find one? And what was the best advice that you got from the mentor? And how important is one?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. My mentor is actually a great story. Maynard and I, again, are still pretty good friends today. I figured out later, especially as I became a senior executive in the company, that my mentees are people that are able to tell me in their own words kind of what's going on in the environment. As you grow up in the management chain in particular, but I think across the board, even if you stay on the technical track, you start losing touch of sort of, you know, what's happening day to day, sort of what systems need help, you know, what teams are effective, what teams aren't effective, you know, what people think of management, what people think of your hiring and onboarding process. So I found that the way I got my mentor is that he was relying on me, even though he was the CIO, and I had just become, at the time, I think I had just become a project manager, I wasn't even a leader yet. But he would come to me. I was a pretty hard worker. He saw my work ethic, of course, but he would ask me about, you know, a particular team or what I thought of a particular problem. And I was very open and honest with him, and not in a, you know, sort of a mean way, like, hey, you should fire this person or whatever. I would just say, hey, this team's struggling or that team's that. And I realized inside I was pretty naive about what he was asking me. Oftentimes he already knew the answer. And I was just sort of reinforcing places. So I would not, you know, walk up to a leader in your company and say, hey, will you be my mentor? I would understand what their problems are and be a good source for information for them. And then you'll find, you know, that the mentorship relationship typically sort of finds its way into it. I don't even know that Maynard and I ever sort of formally made a mentor-mentee relationship. I have about 6 mentees in my company, and we are a little bit more formal, but there's about another 6 that I go grab lunch with from time to time, just to get their opinion about what's going on. So know what you're doing, have an opinion, and don't complain about your boss, or don't be a complainer, I guess is the other answer. Is that helpful?
Yeah, that's an excellent advice.